everyone. Welcome to this bonus stream. We're just doing a little bonus stream for a couple reasons. One is that we've sort of compactified this week's streams onto Saturday's stream because Saturday we have our special 200th stream. So I did not do any of the sort of usual streams, but we're going to have a long stream with guests on Saturday. So those guests include, I believe I am allowed to announce, Codec. Wow, suddenly everyone left my mind. Codec, Jay. Why is my brain suddenly dead? Tristan can say who the guest list is. There's a bunch of people who might show up depending on exactly how things go. Someone has just like instantly left my brain as soon as I want to do this because I even literally just went over these. This Jay, yes, that Jay. Meme Rister, there we go, Meme Rister. The first one I remembered earlier, and then I forgot. My brain is a giant sieve sometimes. All right. But anyway, so in an hour, the video of Ransk and I setting the Perdoku duet is going up, and there's going to be a premiere, so I'll be hanging out in the chat for that. So many of you may have watched the video of Tristan and Tallcat solving duet. And so as promised, there's the video of us setting it. That's debuting after this. So I wanted to sort of hang out with you a little bit before that because I'm going to hang out with you then. Oh, thank you, David. Yes, just this morning. I should post about this in Discord. If Tristan hears this, Tristan can post a link in Discord. Just this morning, Ransk did one of my 6x6s for his adventure series. So I made an adventure 6x6 with 10 lines. The adventure puzzles are meant to be sort of approachable 5-ish minute puzzles. This is my second adventure feature. I made a third adventure puzzle literally like in the hour before this started. So maybe that will make an appearance as well. We shall see what testing says and all of that kind of thing. But anyway, if you are interested in setting, by the way, I highly recommend setting 6x6s because they are so much faster. Like I can very rarely set a 9x9 in less than a week, but it's very easy to set a 6x6 in an hour. So I recommend 6x6s. It's a fun and satisfying place to start. Anyway, for Stream 200, we're going to be doing all puzzles that were made for Stream 200. So if you've not yet gotten in your Stream 200 puzzle, you have a very short amount of time to get in your Stream 200 puzzle. So act fast if you have not yet done so. But that's probably going to take us several streams worth, so I'm not going to get to do any new puzzles aside from the Stream 200 puzzles for a bit. But I was informed of of the existence of this puzzle, so part of my motivation for doing a bonus stream is that I just wanted to do this puzzle. Oh, Amy started with 4x4s. Yeah, 4x4s are real quick, I bet. I admit I've never set a 4x4. I tried once, but I've never made it very far. All right, so let's do this puzzle. And so this is Selena's first puzzle. So thank you very much, Selena. So I am told that this puzzle is exciting. So Jim asks in chat whether I prefer Nabner or Renbon generally. I generally prefer Renbon, but Nabner have some interesting things to them. And as if you pay attention to my LMD page, I just posted like the third consecutive puzzle that features Nabner lines, and I never posted Duet to LMD, but it also features Nabner lines. Spoiler. Anyway, but yeah, I did just, if you are the sort of person who does puzzles, I did just post to LMD my latest puzzle, Beauty Mark, which is a region sum lines Nabner puzzle, if you are so inclined. I am told by some that it is the it is the most approachable of my Nabner puzzles so far. We'll see. We'll see what LMD says the difficulty rating is. I left it at 3, but we'll see if it rounds to 4. I do not know. But anyway, if you are so inclined, I don't think there's anything particularly nasty except maybe that one part. You'll know which part when you get there. All right, but anyway, speaking of Nabner lines, this puzzle features Nabner lines. So the way a Nabner line works is that it cannot contain repeated digits. So I should turn on my keypad or it won't work. So if this is a 7, this can't be a 7. That won't work because that's a repeated digit. But it also can't contain consecutive digits. So if this is a 7, that can't be an 8 or a 6 either, because those are consecutive. The way Selena phrases it, which I like, is that the difference of any two digits anywhere on a Nabner line is always at least 2. So these have a difference of 1, so it doesn't work. These have a difference of 0, so it doesn't work. It sort of compactifies all of the rules together into one place. I did put down a betting tree. I don't think Tristan opened the betting yet, though. But when Tristan opens the betting, you can put the betting thing. So anyway, so we've got a time limit of about 50 minutes to solve this puzzle. So let's see if we can do it. Hey, Turganis, how are you doing? Yep, the maximum length a Nabner can have is length 5. And I at least had never put a length 5 Nabner in a puzzle because it's kind of boring to have a Nabner of length 5 because you know exactly what digits are on it. It's forced to be the odd digits. So that is generally my philosophy. Excellent, Turganis. Yes, I'm very excited about this Sudoku Con thing. This string of 3 consecutive digits is kind of interesting. I'm going to note, just for the record, that this digit, whatever it is, it definitely goes up here in this box just by Sudoku, because it can't repeat on the Nabner line, remember? I have not had any success with Nabner Philomeno, but I look forward to when there is one at some point. I think that would be cool. Yeah, this. So like my original thought was, oh, maybe this can't be something like 1, 2, 3, but I think this could be something like 1, 2, 3 if I made this 4, 6, 8 and made this 5, 7, 9, something of that arrangement. Something of that sort. Obviously, that exact combination wouldn't work because of this. Let's see. Okay, so this digit, what is this digit? Let me just pencil mark it just in case it is at all interesting. It is at least 4 and at most 8. So this has lots of options, in other words. This is at least 4 and at most 8 because there's a 9 looking at it. The given 9, I do love that Selena has generously told us the middle digit of this string of 3 white dots is not a 9. That was incredibly generous. Let's see. I don't think there's any reason why these can't have a 9, though, which is irksome, but probably okay. I do know that the 7 and the 9 in this box are not in the center column, because that can't be a 7 or a 9, and I can't put a 7 or a 9 on a black dot either. So, that works. And of course, the 7 and 9 could easily go on the same one. But that pencil mark seems very relevant to me. But maybe it is not at all relevant. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, so it's being pointed out that this cell sees the entirety of 2 different Nabner lines. Is that restricted? I don't think so. Okay, so Carl has a good point, which is that if I can't make a length 4 Nabner line without a 7, 8, 9, because if I take away 7, 8, 9, I can only have at most one of 1 and 2, one of 3 and 4, one of 4 and 5, or sorry, etc. up the chain. So I could have at most 3 digits. Oh, so this can't be 1, 2, 3 either. Why did I think this being 1, 2, 3 was okay? This being 1, 2, 3 isn't okay at all. Because if this is 1, 2, 3, then again I have a problem with this Nabner, because then I can only have one of 4 and 5, one of 6 and 7, and one of 8 and 9. That's only 3 digits. So this can't be extreme. There's no 1 or 9 on here. So the 1 and the 9 in this box are definitely up here because of that, for whatever amount that is worth. So yeah, so this is not that extreme. Now, what if this is 876? That doesn't break this Nabner, right? I think, why did I don't even know how I somehow thought it was okay that this was 1, 2, 3 before. I wrote it in, and I have no idea how I somehow concluded that was okay. In this case, I could have a 9 on this Nabner, and then also 1, 3, 5. 9, 1, 3, 5, though, would be the only way to make this Nabner work if that was 6, 7, 8. Good to know. Let's see. We've also got some sort of like geometry stuff happening where whatever this digit is, it's definitely in this column over down here. Jennifer believes 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8 are problematic. Let's see. So it would certainly be forcing. If this was 6, 7, 8, this would have to be 9, 1, 3, 5. Does that destroy this? Okay, so let's do it. So if this is 6, 7, 8, this has to be 9, 1, 3, 5. That's the only way that this is going to work. The question is, does that break this? So I've got a 2 and a 4 up here. Now I could have the 2 and a 4 and a 9 or something up here. And then like a 7 or 8 down there. Maybe that doesn't quite work with this digit. Okay. So I think here's the point. This digit, whatever it is not consecutive with any digit on this line, and it's also not consecutive with any digit on this line. No, that's not right. Sorry, darn it, I said that wrong. But the point is, where did the digits that are consecutive with blue go in box 9? Let me phrase it that way. Because there's no digits that are consecutive with blue here, and there's no digits that are consecutive with blue here. So all the digits that are consecutive with blue are here. And so how on earth is that possibly going to work? Because blue certainly isn't 1 or 9, right? Didn't we already decide blue can't be 1 or 9? But then blue has 2 consecutive... Oh, blue could be like 2 and then 3, 4, 5 going... No. Okay, how did I screw up this deduction? Because we already concluded that blue wasn't 1 or 9, but now I feel like I've proven very well that blue is 1 or... No! We have not concluded that blue isn't 1 or 9. Right. Okay, sorry. Somehow in my brain, having 1 and 9 corner marked up here meant blue wasn't 1 or 9. But no, that's right. How many consecutive digits with blue can there be is the question. And the answer is there can only be 1 because all of them are forced to go on these dots. And I can't put 2 digits that are consecutive with blue on these dots without putting blue in the middle, which would, well, repeat blue. So therefore, this is a 1 or a 9, and I know which one it is. Namely, it's definitely a 1, and we get our digit dance. That is very nice as a break-in, Selena. Ba-boop-ba-doo. Woo! Ba-doo-ba-doo. Wah! Ba-doo-ba-doo. Wah! Ba-doo-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. So none of these are 1. Good. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do, Sudoku Pet. None of those are 1. So one of these is 1. So the 2 is down here. So is it a problem if this is 2, 3, 4 now, is a good question to ask. Because now if this is 2, 3, 4, let me just imagine that world for a second. Now I have to pick these from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these would have to be 5, 7, 9 exactly in that world, but I think that's okay. Oh, of course the 2 is on the dots. The better question is, what if the 2's not on the dots? The way we did the break-in was to prove the 2 was on the dots. So the 2'd better be on the dots, given that I did the break-in by proving that every digit that was consecutive with 1 had to be on the dots. Yes. My brain really never woke up today. So there's a 2 down here. So these are 2, 3, 4, and that's the 3, and these are the 2, 4. And so now these are 5, 7, 9. Because I need to pick digits out of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that are not consecutive, and 5, 7, 9 is the only option, which means that these digits, stop it, which means that these digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 1, 6, and 8. Which means that green circle is not 6 or 8 or 7 or 5. Green circle is 4, which is quite large because it's the 4th cell on a thermometer. So 3, 2, 1 going over there. Oh, I erased my 1. Thank you. So we get all of that. That is quite nice. Poor 1 indeed. There's a 3 up here. I love non-trivially putting a 4 as the 4th digit along a length 4 thermo. That is very classy. So now all 3 of these see 2, 3, 4. So if there's no 1 on this Nabner... Oh, actually, all 4 of these see 2, 3, 4, because these see 2, 3, 4 in the box, and this sees 2, 3, and 4 in the column. So these are from 1, and then digits bigger than 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But now I need the 1, and I need the 5, 7, 9 again. So no 6 or 8. This has got to be 1, 5, 7, 9 again. Just by magic. So certainly the 1 is in here. That's a quadruple in the column. That's not a 1 either. So that is the 1. We've placed the 1 down there, and we've got some sort of quadruple over here. So this cell is not 1, 5, 7, or 9 because it sees all of 1, 5, 7, 9. So this is a 6 or 8. Let's see. This digit now, well, it's not a 9 at the very least because it does see the 9 in this array of digits. That 9 rules 9 out of here, actually, and places a 9 over here. Hey, Doomdiot, I hope you're doing well. So we've got that 9. Let's see. So this digit is larger than 1. Oh, nice. Todd has found a 5-7 pair in column 8. So this is therefore a 6 or an 8. Let's see. These digits I should just fill in because why not? What can they be? Well, they can't be 5, 7, or 9 for sure. Oh, I guess even not being 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, they still have a lot of options, don't they? They can still be 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. So 7 and 9 along here. Interesting. This digit's now at least 2, so this digit's now at least 4, which is very exciting? Question mark, question mark, question mark. There's a 1 in one of these 2 cells for sure. It's a natural question to ask if it's what happens if this Nabner doesn't have a 1 on it, but I don't think I know enough for that to be a problem yet. Row 3, column 2. Yeah, Garion has a good spot that these two cells are on both Nabners. So these two cells actually a very similar arrangement to what happened over here. Both green digits. Of course, this green digit's on this Nabner, but then by Sudoku, it's on that one. So none of these three digits. Sorry, every digit that is consecutive with green is one of these three digits. But green certainly has, both green digits certainly have two digits that are consecutive with them. So I think that's going to mean they have to be a 4-6 pair, because I think otherwise it's not going to work. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't have to be a 4-6 pair. Maybe that's not true. But that's three cells that need to contain both digits that are consecutive with both green digits. So the two green digits are exactly one apart. Sorry, are exactly two apart. There's one digit separating the two of them. And so these digits are a run of three digits, each that are two apart. So there's no 1 in here because that would make these 1, 3, 5. That's not possible. There's no 3 in here because that would make these 3, 5, 6. Or sorry, 3, 5, 7. That's not possible. It's not possible because it would break the black dot. And of course, it's not 5, 7, 9. That would be ridiculous for lots of reasons. So the digits here are even. They're either 2, 4, 6 or 4, 6, 8. Those are the only options. And so in particular, this dot, well, this is not an 8. And it's not a 4 either. This is only a 2 or a 6. Oh, there's no 6 on this dot, actually, because there's no 3. So this is 2 and 4 or 4 and 8. And now, right. And so there's always a 6 in this box because remember, these are either 2, 4, 6 or 4, 6, 8. And the 6 is never there. So the 6 is always there. So we get 6, 7, 8, 9. Gorgeous. So that 7 goes over there. That's not a 2. There's definitely a 7 over here now. So we've got that. And so these two digits are either 5, 7, or they are 3, 5, depending on what these digits are. So these are from 3, 5, or 7. Just for the record, that one's definitely not 7. If this one was 7, I would have a 7, 8, 9 in the row. That doesn't look like a problem immediately to me. It could be a problem, but it doesn't look like one out of the gate to me. All right. Let's see if... Let's see. Oh, if this is a 5, then there's actually, it's quite restricted. If this is a 5, these two digits can't be 6 or 7, so it would have to go 5, 8, 9 exactly. Is there a problem with this going 5, 8, 9 exactly? Carl believes there is. I don't see a problem with that. But it's interesting because I think this digit sees lots of things no matter what. So because this digit sees, I'm noticing, I don't know if it sees a 2, but it's definitely not a 2. So this digit's at least 4, but it's not 5, 6, 7. And it's not 9. Wait, is this digit only an 8? I think this digit's only an 8. Because I think this digit sees... So this digit's at least 4, and it sees a 4. It sees a 5, a 6, a 7, and a 9. This digit is just always an 8 regardless. And so that 8, so this being an 8 means that these had to be 5 and 7. And these are 4 and 2. And that's a 5, and that's a 7, and that's a 5. None of those are 5. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Oh, I'm being told I did that wrong. Was it the other way? So, oh, right. These have to be 3, 5. Sorry, I did do that wrong. Because these have to be, remember, between 2, 4, and 6. Yep. So these are, so this is not 7. Sorry, you're right. Right. So the 3 and 5 are living between the 2, 4, and 6. Okay, so these are just a naked pair of not 3 or 5. They are 1 and 7. Okay. So 8 in this box now is not over with the 7. So now 8 is over here. So the 9 isn't over here. So now the 9 really is over here. And so then we've got the 6. And so I don't know so much about the rest of it, but I do know where the 9 is now in box 1, because now the 9 can't go partway along a thermo and is blocked out by that 9. So this digit's always a 9. Which means one of these two digits is a 9. Would not be shocking if the 9 was on the tip of a thermo. Let's see. Oh, Carl has spotted that there's always a 2 over here, which means that the 1 in this box is in one of these two cells only. Because it can't go with the 2, which means that the 1 in this box is now in one of these cells only. Yeah, and the 3 in this box similarly is now only in one of those two cells, although that, I guess it does sort of force the 3 down into one of these two cells. I don't know that that's useful just yet. If this is a 5, then that's a 7. So this is going to have to go 6, 8, or 8, 9, or something like that. But I don't immediately see any of that breaking. We will see. That can't be an 8 by Sudoku, or a 7. This digit's at most a 5, actually. This digit is at most a 5, because it's not 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this digit's at most a 5, and it's at least a 3. So this is only from 3, 4, 5, which means that this digit is from 2, 3, 4, which seems interesting. So... Well, I know there's a 7 down here, but I don't know that I care about that. Do I want to mark these cells? I don't know that I desperately want to mark these cells. There's a lot of options down here still. Maybe these are more restricted. These are more restricted. I'll take those. So these aren't 2 or 4. Okay, if I did that marking correctly, these are a 5, 6 pair, actually. Let me double check that that's true. So they're not 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 5 or 6, and they're not 7, 8, or 9. These really are a 5, 6 pair, right? So these really are a 5, 6 pair, which makes that a 3 and that a 5, which makes that a 7. Makes that a 5 and a 7. Very slick. So that's not a 3. So this can be 6 or 8, which means that this is always 8 or 9, but it's not 8. So this is always a 9. It's being pointed out that means that this is a 3 coming in over here. So let's see, we've ruled 7 off of all of those for lots of reasons. Let's see, do we have anything that's super spicy that's restricted now? Let's see. don't think so. So 3 up there. What if I don't put a 4 on here? Am I running into problems if I don't put a 4 on here? I might be close to running into problems if I don't put a 4 on here, actually. But I'm okay with it for now. I'm not going to quite look at that yet. Let's see. There is a 9 in one of these cells. So if there was no 9 and no 1 on this line, it would have to be 2, 4, 6, 8. And it's not 2, 4, 6, 8 because of that 8. So I have to put a 9 on here somewhere, and the only place that I can is there. So that's a 9 and that's a 2. Like that. So this digit over here is a 1, 5, or 7. The 1 in the box, Jaleb, is already corner marked as not living on this line. Because the 2 was already corner marked onto the line is why that didn't work. So this is certainly 1, 5, or 7. So these are from, let me just actually write in outright what they can be. So they're from 4, 5, 6, 7 is really what they're from. And so I need a digit from 4 or 5 and a digit from 6 or 7 is what I need in those two cells. Okay, yeah, there's, I'm sure, plenty of Sudoku to have a look at in this puzzle at this particular moment in time. So this Nabner has no 9 on it. If it has no 1 on it, again, it is 2, 4, 6, 8. This one, though, I don't see if there's a problem immediately with it being 2, 4, 6, 8. If there is a problem with this being 2, 4, 6, 8, I don't immediately see it. So I will accept that I don't know what that is for the moment. Let's see. I could certainly place an 8 in this box, which is going to place, well, it's not going to place an 8. It's going to give me a bunch of possible positions for an 8 up here. Do I want to color this 6, 8? I don't know. Oh, this is a 1, 5, 9 triple, Tristan points out, which makes that a 7. And makes these a 6, 8 pair. That might help with my fantasy of coloring 6, 8s that I was beginning to contemplate. Oops. Sorry, I did not mean to move the duet tree. I just meant to remove the 7 from there. So I really want to know sort of how that 6, 8 lines up with this Nabner. Let's see. There is only one digit left down here, and it's a 7. Which is going to force these to be a 4, 6 pair, because now I need these to be a 4, 6 in order for this to work. So that's a 6 and that's a 4. So we've got that, which gives me an 8 and a 6 and a 6 and an 8 and an 8. No 8s over there. Let's see. That's not an 8 anymore. So now that's an 8. So that's a 6. That is not a 6. Let's see. That gives me my 5 and my 6 over here. Let's see. What can this digit be? It could be a 1. It's not a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And oh, it's not a 9. This is a naked 1. Because, again, it's not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a naked 1. Placing the 1 over here, making that a 5. Making these a pair of some description, 7, 9. So that is a 1. Making those a 5, 9 pair, living over there. Placing that 1 while we're doing Sudoku. Let's see. Okay, so I still think this can be 2, 4, 6, 8 only just. Let's see. I can probably go ahead and pencil those in. Those are 2 and 4. So this is also 2 or 4. These are not 7 for sure. Got that. Okay. What about these? I know there are 3. Okay, this digit can only be not very many things. I think it can only be 5, 7, or 9, and it can't actually be 9. So I think this is only a 5 or a 7, which I don't think is immediately useful. Okay, what if there's no 8 on here? If there's no 8 and there's no 9, then these would be forced to be 1, 3, 5, 7. And that's a problem because there's no 7 on it. This 7 sees those 3 cells, and this 7 sees that one. So it is a problem if there's no 8. If there's no 8, then there's no 7, 8, or 9, and then that breaks. So there needs to be an 8, which the 8 needs to go here. Okay, so no 8. And so now these are all, just to fill it in, they're from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because again, remember, there's no 7 on it. I already said that. None of them are 6, actually. Oh, so they're just 1, 3, 5. Because none of them are 6 by... how come that? Oh, by a really complicated combination of Sudoku. That 6 sees that one. That 6 sees those two. So these have to be 1, 3, 5 exactly. And so that one in particular is a 3. And that one is a 5, and that one is a 1, making that a 3. Making that a 7 and a 1. Let's see. No 3 in either of those cells. No 3 here. No 3 here. No 3 here. That's a 2, 4 pair in the column. That makes that a 3. And that an 8. That's a 2, 4 pair in this column as well, making that a 6 and that a 3. So this is a 2 or a 4 as well. So now the 2 and the 4 are now a hidden pair in row 2, because these need to be a 2, 4, and I know the order. That's a 4, and that's a 2, which makes that a 4, and that a 5, and that a 2, that a 7. 4 and 2, and 2 and 4, and 2 and 4, 4, 9, 7, 5, 9. Let's go ahead and mark up the rest of the grid, because I have a feeling we're going to be able to finish it from that. 5, 6, 7, 5, 2, 6. And the betting tree is a 3. Congratulations to all the 3 bettors out there. May all your betting tree wishes come true. Lovely puzzle, Selena. I really enjoyed that. That was a hoot. Very well done. I loved all of these like magical thermos that rewarded you in very cool ways for making these deductions. Very nice. I quite enjoyed that, Selena, and I look forward to future Selena puzzles that we can do. I have time to do a quick 6x6. Does anyone have a 6x6 in the 6x6 queue that they're confident I can do in 10 minutes? There's an adorable mini Zach that I'm kind of tempted to do, even if I can't do it in 10 minutes, but I'll be good. Let's see. Yeah, not interested in not easy 6x6s, Drolier. Don't have time. We've got 20 minutes until the premiere, and so I'm saying 10 to give myself plenty of time to screw it up. There is a MicroStudy XV that looks like it should be not bad. Let's try the MicroStudy XV and maybe have regrets. But I see X's. This is not a mean mini, right? Okay, no. Okay, so the so the premiere is of rank skin I setting a 6x6. Or sorry, not rank skin I setting a 6x6. Good lord, where is my brain today? The premiere is of rank skin I setting duet. However exactly one. Okay, so this is a liar puzzle. Oh no. Well, it's going to be a lot harder to do if this is a liar puzzle. However, I can still make a 4-6 pair, which is going to be helpful. So the rules of this are that we have standard rules, except that one of each is a lie. So standard 2 truths and a lie rules, basically. And so the thing about x's is that x's in a 6x6 can only be 4-6. And the thing I know about these two cells is that, well, they're on two x's. So one of the x's there on is right, and therefore these are always a 4-6 pair. And now what that means is, let's see, whichever of these is a 6, it certainly makes its thermo wrong, because you can't have 6 medium way along a thermo, which means that this thermo is always right. Similarly, these two cells, although this is less good, are on two V's, so one of the V's is right, and so these have to be from 1, 2, 3, 4, regardless of how this happens to work. Yeah, does this break? I'm trying to decide if this X is, I'm trying to decide, because what I'm noticing is if this is a 4, then we get this, and that breaks 2 thermos at once. So this digit's never a 4. So the only way this thermo could be correct is if that's this X could be correct is if this is 646. Which seems okay to me, unfortunately. But this cell is not a 4. Maybe in some arcane universe, maybe it's a 4 and this X is wrong. But if this X is correct, then it's not. So this I also know is 3. Okay. Oh, actually, this tip of this thermo by good lipping is at least 3, but it's not 4 or 6. So it's only 3 or 5. I wonder if this 3 is a big problem. Because this digit here is at most 3. So this is a 1, 2, 3. This is a 2, 3, 4. Oh, right. So if this is a 2, 3, 4, is that a problem if this is a 4? 4, 6, 4. Yes, this being a 4 breaks. Because if this cell is a 4, it makes that a 6 and that a 4, but it also makes that a 5, and now this tip is broken because it can't be 5 or 6. And this thermo is broken too. So this cell being a 4 actually breaks breaks 2 thermos, and I'm not allowed to break 2 thermos. I can only break 1 thermo. So that means this isn't a 3. This is only a 1 or a 2. Let's see. Oh, Sayori's pointing out whichever of these is right is putting a 5 or a 6 over here. Oh, that is a much, much easier point to say. This X is no longer correct because this is not a 4 or a 6. Sorry, Sayori. This is no longer adding to 10. So therefore, this X is broken. And so therefore, these X's are correct. And this is a 4 or a 6. However, we've already said that in that instance, this isn't a 4. Because if this is a 4, that would be a 4, and that would be a 6, and that would be bad. So in fact, this goes like this. Now the 6-6 thermo is probably wrong. So therefore, this thermo is correct. And this Thermo, therefore, has a 5 there, making that a 3, a 2, and a 1, making that not a 1. Meaning one of these two is a 5, and it's not the one that's lower on the Thermo, so that's a 5. One of these is a 5. These are a 1-4 pair, it would seem. These are from 1, 3, 4, just for the record. This is a 1, 2, or 3, and it's not a 2. This is only a 1 or a 3. Oh, and I've got a 4 and a 6 down here. Okay. So this V has either a 4 or a 6 on it by Sudoku. The 4 and the 6 both go down here. One of them goes on this V. Well, because the 1 in the box is already gone, there's no place in the universe, or there's no universe in which this V is correct. If this V was correct, it would have to be a 2, 3, which would break the Sudoku, because I'd have to put both 4 and 6 here. So in fact, the correct Vs are these two. So this is also 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it's also not 1. The fact that this isn't 1 and that's not 1 means this isn't 4. So we've got that going on. Let's see. Now I do know there's a 6 in one of these two cells. Oh, is the problem... Oh, the problem is what happens if this Renbon is correct. That's adorable. If this Renbon is correct, now we have a huge problem. Because if this Renbon is correct, these are a 2, 3 pair, and this is nothing, because it's on a correct V with 1, 2, or 3, but not the other. So this is the Roggen Renbon, so these two are the Reiten Renbons. So where does the 6 go in box 4? The 6 in box 4 can't go here because the 6 can't go in a Renbon with a 1, 2, or a 3. So the 6 in the box goes here. Where does the 6 in this box go now? The 6 in this box goes in one of these two places, which means that's a 6 for whatever that is worth. These are a 1, 2 pair. Which I guess means that these two are not 1 or 2 because one of these digits is a 1 or a 2. So these are from 3, 4, 5 only. However, let's see. Yes, 6 can't go on this. This is a 1 or a 3, so 6 can't go on this Renbon either, Carl points out, because 6 would go with a 1 or a 3. That doesn't work. So that's, in fact, always the 6. If this is a 1, it goes there. That doesn't sound good to me. Yeah, that's gonna be bad, I think. Wait, no, is that true? Maybe that's not true. I don't think that's true. These two Renbons definitely can't both have a 1 on them. Is certainly true. Because if they both had a 1 on them, I wouldn't be able to put 4 and 5 in this box anywhere. Oh, the point is 1 is definitely, there we go. That's the point. 1 in this box is on one of these Renbon, for sure. So 1 definitely can't be here, because that would make both of these Renbons 1, 2, 3, which would make these a 1, 2, 3 quadruple. So therefore, this is a 3. That's the magic words. That's the spell. So this is a 2 or a 4. 2 or a 4 goes only with 1 or 3. 1 or 3 goes only with 2 or 4, and it's the same 2, 4. Okay, so that was gorgeous. I liked that a lot. These are now a known pair, and I actually know the order because that's the 1 and that's the 2. So that's the 4 and that's the 1. This is now only a 3, actually. This is a 4 or a 5. This is a 2 or a 4 actually for the row. And so that 2, 4 looks up, making that a 3. So again, let's see, what are these? These are a 3, 5 pair, I guess. These are well, the 6 is there, making these a 2, 5 pair. Let's see. Okay. This is a 2, 4 pair. That's helpful. So that's a 5 and that's a 2. So now, if this is a 1, that's a 4. A row 4 pencil mark in column 5. Right. Okay, yes. Tristan has the point. This is a 1 or a 4, so therefore this V is not 4, 1. So therefore this vertical V has got to be 2, 3, making that 2, 3, 2, making that a 4, 5, 3, 1, 2. So one of these is a 1, and it's not the one with a 4, so that's a 1. So this is 3, 4, and it can't be 3, 4, 2, so it's got to be 3, 4, 5, making that a 4, a 5, and a 4, 4, and a 1. Gorgeous puzzle, MicroStudy. I quite enjoyed that, and we came in slightly under the amount of time that we allotted. So perfect for the time. Yes, congratulations to all the 8 betters out there. May all of your betting tree wishes come true. All right, so I think with that, we're going to sort of wrap up the micro stream, no pun intended, and we're going to move shortly towards the premiere, but Tristan has encouraged me to bullshit for 5 minutes, so given that that's basically my whole career, I can probably do that. So let's see. So we can deconstruct the... I really liked this opening with the double X, so you knew that one of these had to be right. I had an S-cell puzzle with a double X that was kind of like this, that told you had to be doing something weird in a way that was along these lines. I feel like there's probably a more elegant, and I think people in chat were understanding it and my brain wasn't quite understanding it. I think there was a more elegant way to understand what was happening with this trio of Renbon than what I actually did. So the way I actually did was a little messier than I think was necessary, because it seemed like that. I really, in my brain, I think I was hurt by the fact that I really didn't think this was going to be a 4, because I didn't think there was going to be I thought this was going to have to be a 5, which was the problem, I think, with my... I was trying to prove the wrong thing as I was doing this. Yeah, the top Renbon, I believed, was going to be a problem. I was okay with the top Renbon being broken, but I thought there was something when I sort of understood the idea about the 1 is definitely on one of these Renbon, so that can't be a 1. I felt like there was going to be like a and just one more twist of the knife that would resolve everything, and I think there probably was. I just didn't see it. See, Carl says we could have placed row 3, column 2 is 4 from the start. Let's see. Let me restart and let me go back to that. So I know it's a 4 or a 6. Let's see, I'm trying to understand Carl's point here. So I know these are a 4-6 pair. And so this being a 6 is bad because either row 2, column 3 is 4, or row 3, column 3 is 6. So that would be a 6, that would be a 4. And so now this thermo is broken, but now either of these that's correct is broken. That's gorgeous. Right, because now this 6 either places a 4 there, in which case my thermo goes 4, 4, or places a 6 here, in which case I have a 6 midway along a thermo. Right, that's gorgeous. So I actually could have done that. I really liked seeing that 4 here was going to break in that by breaking 2 thermos. That was the thing that I kept seeing. That cell couldn't be 4, but that just cuts right to the quick, so to speak. That gets you straight to, oh yeah, that doesn't work at all. Very cool. Yeah, I like the deductions of the, oh, this would break 2 of the thing in these sorts of puzzles. I enjoy playing with the 2 truths and a lie dynamic. I did set I set a 2 truths and a lie 6x6 recently that I liked. I set it for adventure, but it was way too hard for adventure. So it's in the zetamath exclusive room. So if you want to if you are a zetamath contributor, you can go and look at the 6x6 2 truths and a lie I put there, which I enjoyed. This is such a cutely symmetrical grid. I am quite happy with it. All right, so I better give us a minute for me to grab a glass of iced tea. So we're going to head right over to see the setting video now of Ransk and I setting Duet. And interspersed with Ransk and I setting Duet and talking through what we wanted to do, you'll also see solves from a number of different pairs of people. I think there's 3 different pairs of people that you'll see clips of. So you may see some familiar faces in addition to Tristan and Tallcat. But you'll also see some other Sudoku celebrities hanging around and GeoGuessr celebrities as well. So I look forward to seeing you all there. I'll be in chat. Hopefully you have fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. And I'll see you for stream number 200. So thanks for watching, and see you just in a moment.